Hello and welcome to ComicSins, where the sins are snarky and the points don't matter. That's right, just like being an angry fanboy online, the points don't matter. Time to look at the wins and sins of Captain Marvel #1. Right off the bat, 3 wins for having a cover that represents the history of Carol very well. Plus, it's by Amanda Connors, so duh, it's awesome. 3 wins for Marvel as a whole for doing these in memoriams right after the death of Stan Lee. But 2 sins for the fact that death comes to us all. Yeah, that got a little dark. Actually acknowledging Carol's history. Right on. This creative team is awesome and deserves 5 wins. They're my points, I'll do with them what I want. Always get up. Well, that hurt. I've made enough mistakes to fill a book. Several books. Okay, fine, a whole shelf. Oh, don't be overly dramatic. You've only had... Sweet Christmas! This is volume 10? Not sure if that's a win or a sin. Nothing to see. Move along. Say what you will about the tactical use of a cape, but having 2 5-foot-long scarf tassel things fly around you at all times cannot be healthy, unless you're the ultimate warrior. It is. For more than just my punches, I hope. Of course. Do you know how tiring it is telling people that your best friend lives in space? They give you that look people give 13-year-old boys who say they have a supermodel girlfriend who lives in Canada. I'm not a shipper, but I understand why people want to see Carol and Jessica as a couple. Win for super besties. Only that it already kicked my butt in front of the stock exchange. I bet those Wall Street guys loved that. That they did. And you? Not so much. So some vengeance then? Yes, please. While you're getting vengeance, let's push it back towards the water. Copy that. Now, I am in love with Jessica Drew, but is she really the person to drop on a giant tentacled monster? I thought you said we're going up. You want to try to lift it? No. That's what I thought. You know, it's not so much the weight of it, it's just so unwieldy. I'm legitimately trying to figure out the last comic book that actually brought up that lifting something isn't just about raw strength. Kudos. Innocent child in danger cliché. Oh, hell no. Well, Carol's dead. That was a fun read while it lasted. I'm sure the next 20 pages are all a backdoor pilot for a new Jessica Drew solo series. Please? Is this a visual representation of certain parts of Twitter? I think it is. Will Kelly Thompson ever learn to never include a white shirt with writing on it in her comics? It sets people off. I feel there needs to be some regulation on how many iron suits can be active in New York City at one time. Sir, you can have no more than 50 laser beam wielding, super strength having death drones inside the city limits at any given time. What's that? Carol isn't going to be shoved into the Avengers so quickly as possible to capitalize on the popularity of their films? Or give them a boost with her new film coming out? You don't know how happy that makes me. You're not the boss of me. You're not even the boss of the Avengers. I was nominated for this. What does that even mean? These are new and frustrating times. Public perception is more important than ever. The Avengers have both separately and together been through the ringer lately, and we're trying to do a better job with the public. Tony Stark must be working for Marvel's marketing department. Space is the problem. I'm so confused. Are you secretly a supervillain sent to torture me with dumbness? Carol voices exactly how I feel about Iron Man as a character. No, but that does seem like a real thing. They did this polling. You did polling? Everybody does these days. Anyways, the thing with you being in space for so long is that, well, people couldn't see it. Without seeing it, they didn't understand what you've been doing. Is that really true? Apparently. Instead of going panel by panel, I'm just going to give 3 wins for how corporate marketing Tony is coming off and how Carol really doesn't enjoy it. It speaks to me on a personal level. Hazmat? I'll give that a win. But I'm also going to put it into my headcanon that Tony has been keeping her in his basement for the last 5 years. Short of it, another knockout character setup and interaction that is just all around awesome. Rhodey, it's good to see you. Yeah, you too. I was sorry to hear about your family, losing your mom and almost losing your brother. I'm really sorry, Carol. And I'm sorry I didn't call, I just thought it might be awkward. Right, well, you were dead for a while, so that's a pretty good excuse. I'm sorry I didn't reach out when I heard you were back. I also thought it would be awkward. But it's not awkward. Nope. Never seen a less awkward conversation. You two used to be a thing, huh? Kelly has written more chemistry into Carol and Rhodey in the aftermath of their relationship in one panel than their actual relationship had in several issues. Thank you. You know I'm the boss of space, right? Yeah, but we're not in space. Right, but I could hurl you into space, and then guess where we'd be? Space? Bingo. She's not exactly going to be Mr. Miyagi here, is she? I'm going to take that blush as a yes. Let's go for a walk and you can tell me more about how over you think this is. Okay. I think Rhodey just talked my panties off, and I hardly wear those things anymore. Okay, so, Tank Boy? Hey, man. It would obviously be man. Tank Man. Oh right, of course, my mistake. Damn straight. Look, brass tacks is that there's way too many fantastic character moments in this to just keep highlighting them. 10 blanket wins because I can't stop smirking while reading this. I think I have to ask what your intentions are here, Tank Boy. Tank Man, miss. And my intentions are decidedly unseemly. Yes? I should not have blue balls for characters that have had roughly 3 pages together. Ripley there looks so much like a stereotypical writer for something called Miss Magazine that it hurts me on the inside. I have actually never been happier for a villain to attack somebody. Who is that? Nuclear Man. He might be an old Fantastic Four foe called Machismo. The judges agree that I have to give this a win because they used a pre-existing misogynist character rather than just adding another baddie into the He-Man Woman Haters Club. I came to see the great Carol Danvers. What a disappointment. Beautiful she may be, but Marvel Lady has proven to be just another woman, and thus no match for Nuclear Man. Yeah, typical woman, getting sucker punched into a building by a nuclear blast. Damn estrogen makes them weak. Also, I do really like that redesign. She's okay. Wait, how did she get into her costume? Yeah, that's a thing she can do. Very fancy. Spoken like a man who's seen her do Mach 3 to get changed right after a quickie on Tony's desk. So, can I help you with something? Yes. You can help me by bowing down to me, by prostrating yourself before my magnificence. Well, someone is gonna hit the ground. Maybe it's best not to use any variation of the word prostrate when fighting someone. I'm going to send this for the fact that Carol did not tell him she was about to shove her boot into his prostrate. And now to make sure you all stay down. I think a dose from my will-weakening ray will do the trick. Can't decide if this reference is going to be to Cardi B or Bill Cosby. The will-weakening ray works on all comers, though it's most effective on the frail and easily persuaded female species. Is it though? When? Though this could either be Captain Marvel's strength, or the fact that Nuclear Man is from an Ultimate Universe future timeline thing. And nothing of value is lost. No, it's not going down like this. I'm not losing her to a weird portal and a 7-foot misogynist. She's not going to be a mistake I have to learn from. Not this time. Can we please have this Carol in the MCU? She has weird things like human emotion. I have to leave Manhattan. I know I say this every year, but I really mean it this time. Yeah, me too. Every New Yorker says this at least once a year. Sadly, taxes usually mean we can't escape New York. And it's on my pull list.